In our digital world, it often feels like we don't have much say over our own personal information. But what if that could change? Today, we're going to explore a powerful concept designed to put you back in the driver's seat, the personal data environment. And just so you know, this entire explainer is grounded in the comprehensive research of Professor Vihar Kiskinov. His work is really the academic backbone for understanding this major shift in data control. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll break down what these environments are and why they're so important right now. Then, we'll look at their key qualities, clear up some common confusion with other technologies, touch on the legal rules, and finally, dive into some real-world examples. It's going to be a clear path to getting it. All right, let's jump right in with the most basic question. What exactly is a personal data environment? Think of it as your own personal digital vault. It's a system that you and only you control. It's a secure place to store and manage your data, your documents, you name it. The absolute key principle here is exclusive control. That means you call all the shots. You decide who gets to see what and when. That sounds great, but it naturally leads to the next question. Why do we even need this? What problem is this new approach trying to solve? Well, this really gets at a huge shift in how we think about data. The old way, the traditional approach, relies on these big, centralized government databases. Your data is held by the state, and pretty much any government body can access it. That, you can imagine, creates some serious privacy risks. This new approach completely flips that. The citizen is in control. You hold your own data, and you just grant specific, temporary access when it's needed. It's all about protecting your fundamental right to privacy. Okay, so let's dig into the practical side of things. What are the key qualities of these systems? You know, the good, the bad, the real-world stuff. The upsides are pretty compelling. For starters, these environments are usually free for you and me. They also act as an official channel to talk with public authorities. And get this, sending a document through one has the exact same legal weight as sending it through the mail. But the biggest advantage, of course, is that your access is protected and exclusive to you. But of course, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. First, any correspondence you send can be tracked. Second, and this is a big one, for a private communication to be legally binding, both you and the person you're talking to need to have a registered environment. So it's not quite a universal solution for every single interaction just yet. Now, to really understand this concept, it helps to know what it isn't. So in this section, we're going to clear up some of the key differences between personal data environments and other digital tools you might already know. A really common mix-up is with certified email. They sound similar, but they do totally different jobs. A personal environment is for long-term storage and management of all kinds of data. Certified email, on the other hand, is just a communication tool. Its only job is to give you legal proof that a message was sent and received. That's it. They even operate under different legal rules. Another key distinction is with the European Digital Identity Wallet, or EDIW. The personal environment is broad. It's meant for storing all sorts of personal data. The EDIW, however, is very narrow. Its main purpose is to prove who you are online securely. So you see, their functions are very different. One is about archiving and sharing. The other is about identifying and signing. The source material actually gives us the perfect analogy to tie this all together. It says, the personal environment is your digital safe. The EDIW is the digital ID you use to open it. I mean, it doesn't get much clearer than that, right? The wallet proves you are who you say you are. The environment holds your stuff. So, this all brings us to the rules of this new digital road. What's the legal framework that makes all of this possible? What's interesting is there isn't one single law for personal environments. Instead, they work within a whole ecosystem of key EU regulations. You've got GDPR, which is all about protecting personal data. You have the Data Governance Act, the eIDAS regulation for electronic ID, and the Data Act. All these laws work together to create the foundation for these systems to exist. Okay, we've covered the theory, but how does this stuff actually work in the real world? Let's get into some practical applications and examples. This right here shows a game-changing shift in how we can get public services. The old way is what's called a sequential process. You know how it is. You have to give the same documents to one agency, then the next, one by one. It's slow. The new star-shaped process is way more efficient. You just grant multiple agencies access to the data they need in your central environment all at the same time. You're at the center of it all. And this star-shaped model has huge potential in so many areas. In e-government, it makes one-stop-shop services a reality. In the legal world, it's great for serving court documents electronically. We're also seeing it pop up in e-commerce, healthcare for managing health records, and even in finance. The impact is going to be broad. You might even be using systems that work like this already and not even realize it. Officially, you have things like the European Digital Identity Wallet. Commercially, cloud storage services like Google Drive or Dropbox are basically personal environments for your files. And on a personal level, apps like Evernote or Notion help you organize your own digital world. So, to wrap it all up, the personal data environment marks a really critical change, moving away from big, centralized control of our data to a model where the individual is empowered. It's a framework, both tech and legal, designed to put you back in charge. And that leaves us with one final, really important question to think about. As more and more of our lives go digital, who do you think should hold the keys to our data?